Guys, Deluded, I'm back again. Yeah, man, welcome to the Deluded show, back again, man, where you guys know my opinion in this regards to this series is not up for debate. It typically is, and I'm a very open person, but in this series, these are my opinions and cold-hearted facts in my head, to be honest with you. So, Gallas, William Gallas. Now, the Chelsea Gallas that Ranieri bought, I believe, could play at centre half and left back, was a very good player. Could be relied upon. Made things happen. I remember a game. What was it? Was there a game where they won the league title many moons ago against United? I'm so sure it was the same game. Rooney messed up his metatarsal or something. I can't remember in it, but either way, I think Joe Cole scored in that game, and so did Gallas. And I mean, I'm sure there was a game against Liverpool in the Champs or in the Prem where Gallas it was filled with controversy. But either way, Gallas was a good player for Chelsea, in my opinion. He was a decent player. The problem is we never got that player at Arsenal. I honestly hate the man. Like, not obviously I don't know him as a person, and I would actually love to interview him and ask him some questions. I don't hate him as an individual, but purely the man that was in the Arsenal kit, I've got no time for you. You are one of the worst players that I've played for this club in my head, and it's nothing to do with ability. I mean, I rate Senderos ahead of you, I rate Giroud ahead of you, Scolacci, Seogan, what's my man, the Calamd one, Sylvester when he was past it. I'll take Sol Campbell with the Sol Campbell that came out of retirement over you. I'll take El Nene centre half, Monreal centre half over you. My hate for Gallas as a player, you can see the agenda is strong, people. 5 million for a past it Gallas and for Ashley Cole. That's where the agenda started. Now, granted, Ashley Cole, his whole saga with Arsenal was nothing to do with Gallas. Simply put, we should have gave the man his money, and he could have went down as a captain and all of these things, and he went down. He still is one of the greatest left backs to have played in the Premier League, to have played in recent times, to have played for Arsenal or Chelsea. Arsenal fans won't admit it. I mean, he's up there. Like, he's up there. Many Arsenal fans will probably find there's a couple left backs. You probably put good Kenny in front of him just for the agenda. But there's not too many left backs that could be in an all-time Arsenal X-side that people have seen, and not excluding Ashley Cole. They hate will allow them to blast their eyes. So yeah, man. But away from that, you can see how the agenda was started. Gallas just annoyed me, man. I mean, we all remember the Birmingham saga, sitting on the pitch, acting like a spoiled brat. He just always used to act like a spoiled brat half the time. I remember there was one November he was here, despite the fact he's acting like a brat and you're meant to be the captain. You're blasting young players saying they need to do this and that. I can just tell you must have been a nuisance to handle both as a manager and as a player. If he wasn't fair enough. Not to forget, you was a Jezebel as well. I mean, not that I'm mad tribal. You guys know I talk about Arsenal, Spurs, and all other clubs and them things there. But you played for Arsenal, Chelsea, and Spurs. Like, you don't get much more of a Jezebel than that. I mean, yeah, man, you just needed to play for West Ham and Palace and Fulham and them sides there, and you've got the whole shebang. Can't remember too many games Gallas played well as well. Like, when did he? I mean, credit where due. He scored a header and that gave us a victory at the Emirates. Like, I remember against Chelsea. I'm so sure he scored against Villarreal or someone in the Champs. He popped up at a couple times and he had a couple moments, but on a general basis, I just don't feel he was a good player. I felt like Chelsea, I rate them. They robbed us. They really, Chelsea fans, you should be laughing, and Cole went on to win the Champs. They completely robbed us. 5 million and a past it Gallas for the best left back at the time. Ashley Cole is ridiculous, man. Like, not only that, I don't even want to talk about that. Like, Wenger gave him number 10. Wenger smoking some madness in his own on that regards, but in regards to Gallas, he's disgracing the number 10. Like, he's wearing number 10. Like, it's just, I've got no time for Gallas, man. Like I said, as a person, I don't know him, but just as a man that put in the Arsenal shirt, it annoyed me, man. It really annoyed me because you was meant to, at the time, it could have been different. You was at Chelsea. Obviously, we was on more banter than we was then, or more banter than we are now. Sorry, but it's like you just, I don't know, you was meant, you thought you'd come from Chelsea, you've won a league title there, or a couple, your experience at the time, these are extremely young players, and you're arguably acting more immature than a lot of them. Like, again, the highlight of your Arsenal career is us losing at Birmingham. Sadly, a leg was broken in Eduardo, if I remember correctly, and you're there on the pitch, like, just sulking. Like, God knows what you was doing at half-time as well. Like, this is not elite behaviour. You've played for an elite club in Chelsea and you've won titles. You narrowly missed out on a World Cup winners medal in '06. Like, he was an adaptable player, composing centre half, and you could fill in that left back and do a superb job there. And you're Caribbean, you got Guadeloupe, and then you're from Guadeloupe, man. Like, it's just of heritage basis. So I can't understand this. Like, I was never a fan of you when you signed, and just your antics. Like, one of the worst players to have ever put in a club shirt, and it's nothing to do with ability for me, more or less, to be honest. Because clearly he's not the worst when it comes to ability, but I rate hella got man ahead of him, man. Because regardless of their ability, they didn't come with some of the F3 that he came with, man. So Chelsea robbed us, man. That was a mad L, man. We've done some mad stuff between United getting Van Persie and we're getting Sylvester, Gallas plus 5 million. Bruv, we've done a madness. Gnabry, this present times this club's done some madness and stuff, and I don't know how I'm still here at this point with a smile on my face, but at this moment in time, I've got nothing more to add. Guys, Deluded, getting a comment, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you for watching.